drinking a beer from Bellingham, Washington.
Oh, is it Boundary Bay?
No, this is called
Aslan?
Kolschland. No, it's called
Kolschland Brewery. I've been there.
Is Ausland up by you?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's good tackle.
They have like my favorite logo, that lion.
The lion beer, and that is called Batch 15, and that is my most favorite. That's my treat beer.
That's your treat beer?
Yeah.
I like the lion. The lion's mane. It'll also sometimes be hops. So like if you go there, they're coasters. On one side it's a lion. On the other side it's the same shape, but it's like hops.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And they have good T-shirts too.
Do they have it on tap up there?
I don't know if I've ever seen a place that has it on tap.
Ooh, that would be so good tapped. Oh
Yeah.
my God, it is a good beer. All right, but this isn't Beer Talk. This is Seattle's #1 comic book
podcast.
Welcome, and this is episode number 105. And
Blam.
I am Larry.
James.
And this week we are going to be talking about Star Wars Darth Vader.
Darth Vader, you know him. You don't love him very much. Maybe you do.
Oh,
I think he's the best character in Star Wars.
I think he is too. He's got the most awesome costume. I can't wait to talk about double caping.
Like I had this conversation with a few different people. 10 favorite Star Wars characters and 5 least favorite Star Wars characters.
I don't know if I can go 10.
No, you. That's what everyone says, and then they start.
Oh
and
yeah,
like,
and then
there's
it's
so
like,
many
it's
characters.
so
it's
easy
to fill up 10.
Well, I'm gonna say Chewbacca is my all-time favorite. Darth Vader's probably
number 2.
Number 2, and I'm sure Leah, my wife upstairs, is gonna yell down and say Han Solo, number 1.
Number 1, Han Solo. Did you like that new movie?
Did you say Solo, baby? Yeah. She said Solo. Yes.
The new movie was good.
I really, really, really did like it. So much action, so much fan like little Easter eggs for the fans. Me. Mm-hmm. I loved it. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. But I will soon enough. Did it redouble your love for Han Solo?
It redoubled my love for Star Wars.
Oh,
just
nice.
Everything.
The whole big picture thing.
Yeah, so I was so, like, when we had just seen it, and I was like, oh, I have this on the shelf. I think Darth Vader would be a great first issue to read.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And how much fun.
I gotta say also some of my top 10, Yoda, Boba Fett.
Nobody's favorite is Yoda. Okay, keep going. Boba Fett's up there, too.
Boba Fett.
I can't poo-poo all your...
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt, really?
You don't like Jabba the Hutt? I love Jabba the Hutt. Oh, these aren't in order of my
top okay.
10. These are just...
I like Jawas. Jawas
like
would
Jawas?
make my list.
Luke. I like Princess Leia.
Uh-huh.
She's like one of the greatest strong female characters there is.
That's right. And what about the Ewoks? I love the Ewoks too. I have to put together.
There's 10, Larry.
We should have put it. I wish you would have emailed me this.
We do see quite a few of those characters in this first issue of Darth Vader. But before we get into all this Star Wars talk, I know it's so tempting, Larry. Do we have a recent and decent this week?
You bet. I have a Seattle's #1 comic book favorite writer.
Oh, friend of the show?
Brian K. Vaughan has come out with a new book called Barrier. And I just wanted to say the name and not give anything too much away because... Is
there a big grizzly bear on the cover?
No, it is a...
Barrier.
No, this is, it's a...
More berries than the last.
No, it's an unconventional drama.
Raspberries and blueberries.
About violence, language, and illegal immigration. With a shocking sci-fi twist. That's all I'm going to say about it.
The shocking sci-fi twist is why you go to Brian K. Vaughan. What kind of artist is it?
And the art is Marcus Martin and Moonhausen. what is this? How do you say his name? Munusta Viente. What an awesome name,
Oh, is
right?
that the colorist?
I don't
Is
know.
it an artist and a colorist, or two artists?
I think it's two artists, and they
Oh.
and the
Is it colorful?
is very colorful, and the comic book is unconventional because it's done calendar style, and what they call it
Calendar style.
what's it called? Like panoramic.
Each issue is a day of the year?
It's landscape style. So you're opening it up like a calendar.
Oh, top to bottom.
Top
instead
to
of left
bottom.
right.
Instead of left to
Interesting.
right. Now, I didn't like it at first, but
I don't know if I've ever read one of those.
it really lends itself to this letterbox style of cinematography. Right?
That's really interesting. I never even thought about doing that.
And the first issue kind of bothered me with it, but then
are there splash pages that are like 2-page splash pages?
Yes, I'm gonna say, but because I don't have the issues in front of me. I've already lent them out, but like, there are just like full poster size pictures inside of this.
Wow, like
And
a pinup.
Like, yeah, it's very cool. And the first issue.
Does it have any that fold out like a pinup, like the centerfold?
No, that would be pretty
be
cool.
the next level.
That would be next level. But the first issue came out on Free Comic Book Day.
Oh,
And that was very
Larry,
cool.
we never really mentioned it on our podcast that week.
That was May. I want to say
That might have been our week off.
May 1st, I think it was, or May.
Yes.
Is it May 1st? Yeah. Anyhow, it's the first Saturday in May.
First of the month.
And but I don't want to give too much away, other than to say it has a sci-fi twist.
All right. Well, that's good to hear when you got Brian K. Vaughan behind the wheel.
Also, half of the book is in Spanish.
What?
It's great. It looks amazing.
Oh, that's what the borderline is.
And then the other part about it is, and I want to give a plug out to my guys up at Arcane Comics, because I was looking for this on Comixology. It's not available on Comixology. It's only available at your local comic shop, and I know the best comic
Amazon,
shop
step it up.
in town. It's called Arcane Comics and More. It's up there in Shoreline, so check those guys out. And this book is so great. It's on really awesome artsy cardstock. The covers are cardstock. It's a great looking book. It's going to cost you $4.99 for the first issue and $5 after that.
Unless you were cool enough to pick it up on Free Comic Book
Well,
Day.
even the free comic.
Oh, even then it wasn't.
No.
It didn't have a discount?
The free comic book day issue is nice, but it's kind of like a lower grade paper. Get the spring for the $5 and check it out. It's called Barrier, and it's from Brian K. Vaughan with some art that is gonna knock your socks off. Recent
Sweet.
and decent.
Looking forward to it.
All right, so let's dive into
get back to Vader.
Vader.
My number one. Yeah, he's got to be number one. You don't like Yoda that much?
I did as a kid, but like after seeing revisiting, it's kind of hard to really like him that much.
He's got some Jar Jar Binks elements to him, but the way that he talks, that's so memorable.
Yeah. I saw that.
That's legendary. Talking like Yoda.
I told you about the,
that deserves top 10 status.
I saw the greatest T-shirt ever. It was 3 of the Beatles, and it said, "Love me do, love me do, love me do." And then what did Yoda? And then there was a picture of Yoda. Oh, I'm gonna ruin the joke. It's a super funny T-shirt.
Love me do not try.
Oh no! I'm trying to do the song. I'm trying to do the song.
I love you.
Dang it! It escapes me. It was a great T-shirt. Dumb. I didn't stick the landing.
That's all right. Everyone will just look it up independently.
Yeah, buy that shirt. If they're
I want to know what it is.
All right, so written.
All right, so we got Vader.
We got Vader, written by Kieran Gillian.
Yes.
Doesn't he sound like a Star Wars character? And
yeah, I could see that.
Salvador LaRocco did the art, and I'm changing my name to
Salvador?
No, to La Rocca.
Oh, living La Vida La Roca.
I'm La Roca from now on. All
I
right,
got
so
that almond La Roca.
what's the setup here, James?
All right, so we got a Star Wars book.
In canon too.
Okay. I didn't. How do you know? How do you know that?
Well,
Does it have to have the George? Is it the George Lucas stamp?
No, but I mean it's after the events of the New Hope movie.
Okay, so it's after the last movie we've seen.
Yeah. After the first Star Wars movie. The Death Star has just been destroyed.
Just exploded.
And
how did that happen? It was unforeseeable.
It's unforeseeable. And then also,
I never even saw that iceberg.
And then, this is my favorite part of this book is like, Vader is like middle management here, and he's like, he's blamed for it, and
Wait, Larry. I had a question though. So, it's hard for me to imagine not knowing anything about Star Wars. You know what I mean? But can you imagine starting this book without knowing anything about Star Wars and being able to pick it up very easily?
Not at all. Well, they do a great...
Because they of course, you got to do the title screen up top with the space backgrounds and the flying words.
A long time ago in a galaxy far away.
Book
far,
number
far
1,
away.
Vader. I'll just read it because it's pretty short. It's a period of insurgence. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base on a moon of Yavin have won a shocking surprise victory against the rightful reign of the Galactic Empire. The Empire's ultimate peacekeeping force, the Death Star, was destroyed due to an unforeseen design flaw. Without this deterrent, the rule of law is in danger. Chaos looms. For the 19 years after the vanquishing of the Jedi and his painful rebirth on volcanic Mustafar, Sith Lord Darth Vader has faithfully served his master. But now, he has failed the Emperor and must pay the price.
Middle management.
I really liked this because it sets up exactly where the first scene will be, but it's a little bit funny if you know Star Wars and you know that it's presenting like the opposite opinion, like the Empire's ultimate peacekeeping force and then the Death Star. Like that's...
I read that too and I thought the same thing.
Like, I guess from the perspective of the Empire, that's what they believe, right?
Right.
But all the movies we've seen are from the opposite perspective, where the rebels are the good guys and the Empire's the bad guy. So it clues us in that we're going to see this flipped perspective of Darth Vader being the good guy and he's like the sympathetic hero. But as we'll see throughout this comic, I don't know if he ever is, how much I really feel bad for Vader, if ever. You know what I mean, Larry?
Uh-huh.
Like, there's some points where it's like, oh, poor Vader, you know, like, he's the main character, he's our hero, we're supposed to be on his side here. But, I mean, he's not really a good guy.
He's not a good guy, but he also deals with a lot of bad guys here.
That's true. But even like comic books we've read with anti-heroes like Harper or like they're more lovable characters, you know?
Right.
Like
there's something redeeming about them.
Yeah, Vader, the only redeeming thing we have about him is that we've switched this perspective to that the Empire is good. But even within the Empire, like if we're on the side of the Empire, I don't know if I'm still a fan of Vader.
Right.
Anyway,
but you would have to be a fan of Vader if you were on. Well, yes, if you were on the side of the Empire, you would be like, I'm glad we got this guy with us. But at the same time, he is such a jerk to his underlings.
He's like Kevin Durant. You're like, you gotta have him on your team.
but he's such a jerk to his underlings when he's
Kevin Durant was a bad analogy, but I don't know.
And so we meet Vader and he is, and we've seen this scene before, but we've seen this play out with Luke in Empire Strikes Back. Luke